Yo, what's good? It's Hunter Woods, and I'm back with another installment of the MPC Gospel. So this chapter, or in this video, basically gonna be getting into putting your song plots together, your title together, your rhyme pairs, and your beat in order to form your hook and put that over a proper chord progression. Right? So the first thing about your chorus, hold on, switch to a color that we can see. So your chorus slash hook, that is the emotional or high point. It's the emotional or energetic high point in your song. The verse, well, if you think of your song as a journey, right? You have your intro, you're going along the road. Then you got your verse, you're going up the hill. When you get to the top, when you get to the peak, and you're just looking out the scenic view, and you're gazing up at the stars, pause. It's like, whoa, this is it. And that's the point that you come back to. That's the memory. That's what's locked in your memory. And that would be your hook. So it's the emotional and the energetic high point of your song. And then from, you know what I'm saying, from the hook, then you go back down in another verse, and you might go back up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But another thing about it has to be repetitive, like I said. Nah. Put repeated. I put repeated. Sheesh. Repetitive, right? Repetitive? I don't know. I'm not here to spell. Anyways, has to include the title somehow. In most cases. And then when I say in most cases, just look at the top 100 on Billboard. And then listen to the hooks of the songs, and then actually compare how many times you hear the title in the song versus another hit song that doesn't include the title, or a non-hit song that doesn't include the title. And you have to sing along. Has to have a sing along ability. That's why they call it a chorus. You know, when you make it a beat and you put the chorus effect on it, it turns one signal into multiple signals. You can have 2 voices, 4 voices, 8 voices, 16 voices, 32. You can have a whole orchestra of voices. But that's what a chorus is. It's meant for people to sing along with it. And if you want to test how good your hook is, then you basically see how many people would sing along with it. If they're not singing along with it, then it's not a catchy hook. So, alright. So now, in the speed songwriting course, Graham talks about how there's 2 types of chorus lines. Right? You got the title line. Obviously, just includes the title. And then you got the swing line. And that's a line that leads back to the title. Right? Now, we talked a bit about the levels of experience when you're writing your songs and going on the journey, the hero's journey. So, with that, you want to You know what I'm saying? Let me see how I want to say it. You want to think of the big picture for your chorus, and you want to think of the smaller details for your verse. So with levels of experience, you might want to think of the collective for your chorus, the we's, the us, the they, the thems, or you might want to think of the identities, the I's, the me's, the you's, things like that. So for chorus, we use big picture ideas. Collective. Identity. You know what I'm saying? Then the I, me, you, or my, you and yours. Things like that. It belongs to you and yours. Me and mine. And then when you got the verses, and go into the small details. You know what I'm saying? That builds up to that. I don't know why I just built it. I just brought it back down. I'm trying to get this whole video thing under my belt. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to be rushing through these courses or leaving y'all hanging. It's really just I never thought that I'd be the one on camera. I wanted to be behind the scenes, finance everything. You know what I'm saying? But until we get to that point, you're stuck with me on the camera. So the faster you help me blow up, the faster you get rid of my face. Alright. Next thing, we got 6 basic, let's see, forms, chorus forms. So he outlined this in 2011. It's 2021. It's 10 years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? The musical landscape hasn't changed very much as far as making a hit record, but the way that they make hit records may have changed because you don't want. They say that everything is cookie cutter, but when you really get into it, you see that it's not. Everything has its ebb and flow, but they still abide by the same principles. So, the first one has the title. You could think of songs like Rihanna. We've been loving a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. Ding, 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 ding. Things like that. Or Versace. But then it might have a swing line that leads you back to the Versace. But then you got Gucci gang, like something like that. You know what I'm saying? 4 bars of just a repetitive hook. The second one is a swing line. Start with a swing line, then a title, then a swing line, then a title. Now, can't really think of no hooks. Oh no, so no, nah. That's not really one. I think I'll figure out where Throat Babies fits into that one. But you know what I'm saying? The third one, we got title, swing line, title. Wait, right? Title, swing. Oh no, swing line, title. You know what I'm saying? That's like a rap where you start with the title, then you do a verse, and then you end with the. I'm gonna get y'all some examples, or you could just download the course. Either one. The fourth one is swing line, title, and putting the title at the end after you have a bunch of swing lines actually allows the title to stick in the head because it's the last thing they hear before a verse, or it's the last thing they hear before the song ends. The fifth one is title, swing line, swing line, swing line. You know what I'm saying? You can start with the title and then just, you know what I'm saying, give you a hook poem. You know? And the sixth one is title, swing line, title, swing line. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't think of it right now because that's not really what I'm on. I'm trying to teach you. Give you examples. Now, this is the 2020 Hot 100. Top 10. The Weeknd, Blinding Lights. I'm blinded by the lights. No one can see your touch. Or you got Post Malone's Circles, number 2. These I'm gonna give you a little project to go and listen to. Circles. Post Malone. I should save space. The Box. Roddy Rich. I'll just give you top 5. Well, I already did the work for the top 10, but I had to do it for myself. So if you're interested, then you should go and look at the whole 100 or listen to the songs to get your mind orientated, calibrated, acclimated to hearing the song structure and even break it down to hear the hook structure, the verse structure, the bridge structure, because you want to be a well-rounded MPC producer. Don't you? Number 4. Don't start now. Yo, that song, like these songs, man, they be getting me, you know what I'm saying? Making me think of my ex. Don't you dare now, Dua Lipa. These songs are like, I always knew that the music hypnotized us, and the more we sit in it, it influences our brainwave patterns and influences our behavior. But overall, the music we don't hear, get this, the music we don't hear because our brains are not tuned to pick up radio waves are still influencing the brain. On a energetic microscopic level. Don't let that just go over your head. Because we don't use antenna radios anymore, we can't hear, perceive the radio frequencies that are playing radio station programs. And because we can't hear them or perceive them, we can't consciously perceive the influence that they're having over us. I didn't mean to say that to be so like controversial and like mystifying. That's really how deep I think about it. I really had to slowly come up with the words to match it, because that's really what's happening. Anyways, that's the power that you can wield if you actually get on a radio or get your own tower. But the next song was Rockstar. Have you ever by Da Baby. Number 6, Harry Styles Adore You. That's actually a nice song. I really like the video. It's like the person that lost their smile, or like he had the smile or whatever. It's a very good video. I just want to say that. Okay, going back to the top 10, I guess. Yeah, top 10. Life is good. Oh, that's the only song that doesn't have it in the hook. They may say life is good in their verses, but they don't say life is good in the hook. Just wanted to say that. And that's the only song in the top 10 that doesn't have the hook in it. I mean, the title and the hook. 8, Memories. Maroon 5. 9, The Bones. Maren Morris. And number 10, Someone You Loved? Or is it Someone Loved You? I get a little twisty with the words sometimes. What is that called? I don't know. Louis Capaldi? I want you to go listen to these songs, the Hot 100 of 2020. Listen to the hooks. You can even do it when you're reading the lyrics. It's a lot easier that way. You can see where they placed the title, what kind of swing line they used, and how many times they used the title in the hook. It's a real good exercise. I gotta admit. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing on this. Oh yeah, this is about the public. Hold on, bro. Alright, so let's talk about chords and chord progressions for a minute. Chords literally color the song. And when I say that, I really mean it literally, because the tones or notes of a particular scale, they're frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Light is a frequency just scaled up. You know what I'm saying? But colors are combinations of different frequencies. And they're like let's say purple. The reason why you see purple is because it's emitting a certain vibration of red frequencies and purplish or bluish frequencies, and then they also leave out green frequencies. So if you think of mixing, this would be like when you're actually using a filter. So that's how I think of chords. They're actually combinations of frequencies which give color to the sound. Excuse me. Now, certain chords work better together than others. They may sound like certain combination of chords create harmony, and others create discord. Now, that discord may create tension within a person, and the harmony may create a release of that tension. So you use it to your own discretion. You got to practice with it. So now, here are some popular progressions. You know, the Roman numerals just mean, you know what I'm saying, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. So with the major keys, you always usually start off with the major 1, go to the 4. I might play that. No, you play that on your MPC with pad perform mode. I should have that on right now, but I'm just recovering from COVID and I don't have everything all together. But hey, next video, you're going to be on it. Here's just a map of all of the chord progressions. So you got the 1, 4, 5. You got the 1, 6, 2, 5 for major keys. For minor keys, you got the 1, flat 7, 1, flat 7, was that flat 6, and then flat 7 again. For Mixolydian keys, which is another major type of key, you have the 1 and the flat 7, or the 1, flat 7, and then the 4. For Dorian, which is like a minor key, you got the 1 and the 4, or you got the 1, the 2, or the 1, the 1, the 2, the minor third, and then the 2 again. Now, what's interesting is that you can use any of these chords for your chord progression. Starting on the root, you can travel to different chord progressions and give you a different feel of the emotionality or the coloring of your song. And in music theory, there are guidelines or rules to how you could get from 1 to 4, then from 4 to 5, or from 1 to 6, and then from 6 to 3, or 1 from 1 to 7, then 7 to 3, then 3 to 6, then 6 to 2, then 2 to 5, then 5 to 1. It's all crazy. And I'm sipping on my pre-workout, so don't think I'm like itching off of no Xannies or nothing like that. Alright, so another thing about chords, use variety. Switch up the play style. Use different note lengths. You know what I'm saying? Don't always don't always play quarter notes or whole notes for your chords. Switch them up. You know what I'm saying? Use eighth notes in your chords. Or things like that. Use rhythmic patterns. I just showed you an example of a rhythmic pattern. Note lengths will determine your rhythmic pattern. You can play some chords in the left hand. You can play other chords in the right hand. Play some notes on the right hand. Play some notes in the left hand. Interchange them. Switch them up. Use an arpeggio or the arpeggiator in your DAW. Now, arpeggio is basically just the notes of a chord played over time instead of stacked at one moment. You could change up the order of the chords. Like I said, you could start on a 3, then go to a 6, then a 2, 5, 1, or you could start on a 4, 5, 1. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Changing the order of the chords. Instead of using a 4 chord, you could use a 2 chord. You know what I'm saying? 1, 4, 5 can be 1, 2, 5. Or a 2, 5, 1 becomes a 4, 5, 1. Just depends on the type of feel that you want to add to your music. That's why you gotta practice. Also, you can borrow chords from another key. Now, there may be songs where you hear them and you're trying to replay them, and the chords you're playing, you don't hear them the same way being played in the song. Now, that may come down because you're not playing the right chord inversions, but other times it might be because they're borrowing a chord from another key that's close. Like, let's say if you're in C major, right? They might borrow a chord from C minor, throw it in there to color it up a little bit, create a little bit of tension. So that's what you have to do in your music. Last points is you want to sync your lyrics or your hook lyrics to your beat. You know what I'm saying? Then from there, you want to support your beat and your lyrics with a chord progression. Then, once you have your chord progression, your beat, and your lyrics for your hook, you want to take the hook and find a melody from it. So let's say you play a 1 chord to start, that ding, and you know the 1 chord for C major is C, E, G. Then you want to start your melody off maybe with the G on a G note, or on the E note, or a C note. And then when you switch it up, then you play the notes from that chord. That's how you create your melody. And the last part is move quickly. Trust the process. I mean, I'm sorry that I kind of delayed the process of getting these videos to you, but really, just trust the process. Come up with your word cloud. Come up with your theme words. Write out your rhymes for those. Start developing a hook. Then get on your MPC, tap out a beat for that. Then get in pad perform mode. Tap out some chord progressions to that. See how it feels. But don't delay yourself. Just move quickly. Get the songs out. If they not good, throw them on SoundCloud. If they are good, throw them up on YouTube. If they really good, take $20 and go on DistroKid. And I haven't put my DistroKid link in the description below, but beware of it. So, until next time, it's your man, 100 Acre Woods. This is the MPC Gospel. We're talking about how to write hit records and produce the beats for them and even perform them on your MPC Live, MPC Live 2, MPC X, MPC 1, MPC Studio, MPC Renaissance, MPC Beats software. Until next time, it's 100 Acre Woods. Peace.